Good morning, everybody. Hello, hello. It is Thursday, December 19th, 2024, and my name is Jennifer Cotton. I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in Midlothian, Texas, and that means I teach people how to make greeting cards, scrapbook pages, gift packaging, and more with stamps, ink, paper, and lots of cool tools. So good morning and welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm going to put this down a little bit so that my shirt shows the Grinch on it, not just the word naughty. Anyway, good morning. Thank you for being here. My name's Jennifer Cotton. Lots of people here this morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let me see. So I'm going to, what am I trying to, okay. So sorry, I was checking my notes because I wrote a couple of different things down and I got myself confused. Good morning, everybody. As you come on here, say hi. That will get you entered to win the cards I'm going to make today. But what I want to say first to you guys is Merry Christmas. And I hope you guys are ready for the holidays. I want to also tell you how thankful I am and grateful I am for you guys who watch my videos weekly, monthly, whenever you get a chance. If you're new here, thank you for watching and welcome. And yeah, just hope everybody is ready and relaxed. Today is, again, Thursday, December 19th. So it's just a few days till Christmas. So hopefully everything's going good for you there. And my name, like I said, is Jennifer Cotton. I've been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 23 years. So I offer lots of things for people who like to play with paper. I offer events that you can take in person for some and to go for all. I offer these weekly free videos, weekend retreats, cruises, crafting cruises, goodness, and lots of other stuff. So good morning and welcome again. All right. Merry Christmas, Cindy. Let's see who's here. Julie Poindexter, first one here. Good morning, Julie, over on YouTube. And Sue, soon to be very snowy, Green Bay, Wisconsin, 6 to 8 inches of snow coming today. Glad to be staying inside and crafting. Yes, Sue, 6 to 8 inches of snow. Woo! It is, I'm trying to see the temperature, but it's showing me an email. 43 degrees right now here in Texas, and I am cold. I have my little space heater going. Excuse me, hold up. And I dropped on the floor. But it's going to be up to this in the 60s today. They say it's going to be nice here in Texas, so no 6 to 8 inches of snow for us today. But hopefully you will be good staying inside. Lori, good morning in Minnesota. Expect to get a few inches today. And like to share. Thank you very much. Julie, thanks for sharing. Seal, good morning. Robin, good morning to you. Good morning, sunshine. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Rosemary, good morning. Best wishes for a Merry Christmas to you as well. And Mary Jo, good morning. Love the sweatshirt. Thank you, Mary Jo. I've had this forever. It's like from Walmart from years ago. And it's, but yes, the Grinch is my like favorite Christmas character, but the Jim Carrey one. So anyway, I'm weird. Let's see, Becky in Indiana. Hello, Carmen. Good morning. Good morning. Is that a sunshine as well? I can't see. The emoji is too tiny for my little eyes. Sue, good morning. Julie says, OMG, we are only at 37 right now. You're colder than me, Julie. Linda Mansky, good morning in Mansfield. Feels like a Texas Christmas with the cooler air. Yes. Dana, good morning in sunny Arizona. All right, good to see everybody. Good morning. By the way, Merry Christmas, and I hope you got your Christmas cards out. I'm still working on mine, but the bulk of them are out. But I still have work to do. However, today I'll be typing tutorials, so that's going to be a tomorrow job. But anyway, okay, my name's Jennifer Cotton. If you're here and you're like, what's this video all about? I will be making cards today, but first I'll be telling you all about all the stuff I offer. In this video, I will add timestamps later today in YouTube. So after the video, I'll grab my lunch and I'll sit at my computer and do some work. And I'll add timestamps down below in YouTube that will allow you to skip around to the portion of the video that you want. like, let me leave that on for a second. Nope. Like card number 1, card number 2, specials, whatever. And then tomorrow, right up here in the corner, I will add a link to take you straight to my blog, stamptherapist.com. And that is where, which direction? That is where you can learn all about me, what I offer, pictures from the previous videos, my ordering specials, etc. Okay, so that's what's going on with that. Tammy, good morning. Woo, Dana, you got your catalogs this week. You are very welcome. Yay. Okay, so what else? Yeah, so now I'm going to jump in and tell you about my upcoming events. I'll try to talk fast, but we shall see. So I offer tons of events that anyone can take all over the United States. And if you're not in the US, you can take the PDF tutorial. We're allowed to sell those all over the world. And those are offered through the registration link. So if I talk about, for example, my new catalog kickoff and you can't attend in person, register for the new catalog kickoff, click that link, and there will be an option for tutorials only. And that one does involve a Facebook group as well. But anyway, whatever it is, you'll get that with the PDF. Okay, anyone in the world, in the US, can take the classes. To get the packet mailed to you, we will cut, die cut, punch, and emboss everything possible. Unless otherwise stated, you'll probably need to own the featured bundle dies especially, but we'll cut everything else and emboss it and punch it. You'll cut your own kit components or designer paper if those are included with the fee. So like if I give you a half pack of 12 by 12 designer paper, you'll cut up those pieces for your projects with your PDF tutorial that has step-by-step instructions with measurements. Okay, so what's coming up, first of all, is my 4 monthly classes. They are Saturday. Today's the 19th. They are the 21st, in person in DeSoto, Texas. We do still have a few spots open for these events, but you can also take them to go. Card class, scrapbook class, Stamp-A-Stack class, and sampler class. Now, if you can attend in person, it's going to be a little party. So you can come this Saturday. Of course, I need your registration, but so I'll know you're going to be there. But the 21st at 9:30 a.m., it's come and go. You obviously have to sign up for one of the 4 classes to attend. However, whatever class you sign up for, you can come and go between 9:30 and 2:30 in DeSoto. So you'll sign up to attend in person to do that. Okay, so here are sneak peeks of the sampler class and the Stamp-A-Stack class. I have, excuse me, I have 2 Stamp-A-Stacks left and 2 samplers left, basically. Technically, I guess. And what these are, sampler is the 12 by 12 wall art frame, not included with the fee. And we're using frozen edges and one of a kind. They're both snowflakes. You can pretty much substitute any snowflake stamps you have. And we've die cut everything else for you. Any die cut snowflakes you see in this picture, we did it for you. By we, I mean Karen, not Jennifer. We've embossed, it's cut. You will cut the silver paper up yourself, and you will stamp and die cut out any snowflakes that are stamped and die cut. So again, you can use any snowflakes you have. Then Stamp-A-Stack is 4 designs, 2 of each, so 8 cards for both of these classes are $37, and they include over $20 in merchandise. So they are an incredible deal. So those are the 8 cards using the Artful Amaryllis stamp set. And I love how they turned out. Shirley and Landa were busy yesterday cutting all those flowers. It's a lot of flowers when you do the math. 2 cards per person times X number of people. They were cutting all those flowers, and I think they're going to finish cutting all the circles and everything else today. But anyway, so thank you to Karen, Shirley, and Landa. Hey, Hilda, good morning. Corinne, good morning. Thank you for sharing. Oh, as you come on, I think I said this briefly, but comment, say hi, whatever, and you'll be entered to win the cards I'm making today. And that comment does help me. It makes the video have more interaction, which makes more people get to see it, which helps me. So thank you very much. And you'll be entered. Now, usually I show you what stamp set I'm using. Today I'm using like 5 different stamp sets. So you'll see them as we go. Most of them are from the Sale-A-Bration brochure, which comes out in January. I think one is from the new mini catalog, which starts in January. And I can't remember what else, but there's some new designer papers and stuff. You'll see them as I make the cards. Either way, if you want to win some handmade cards, just make a comment, even if you're watching on replay on YouTube and in Facebook. And if you share the video, like lots of people have said they have, like Corinne, for example, comment that you shared just like Corinne, because otherwise I won't know. And we'll enter you a second time to win these cards. Mary Ann, good morning. Merry Christmas wishes to all. Yes, Mary Ann. Same. Okay, so back to the classes. So those two, scrapbook and sampler, $37, over $20 in merchandise. We cut everything. You're going to love it, and you can take it to go or in person. If you need these links, by the way, make sure you are on my email newsletter. So sign up right now up here in Facebook, down here in YouTube. The link is there to join my email newsletter, and an email will go out at 1 p.m. today with those links. So those two classes are also clubs that you can join. Of course, that's the best way to take these classes. It's cheaper and you get perks. So the clubs are $35 per person instead of $37. You can cancel anytime. It's a recurring subscription, so you don't have to remember to register each month. And they are, after 6 consecutive months, you get a gift from me. Now, after, what am I trying to say? Each month, you might get a surprise gift also. So, hint, hint. Hey, Alejandra, on the way to the office. Girl, you've been working like crazy. I mean, not in a bad way, but I know she's working Stampin' Up and the real job, because I've been texting her, asking questions and stuff too. Okay, Jackie, good morning. Merry Christmas to you. Okay, so I think I said enough about those classes. By the way, I showed you the sneak peeks, but there's an example of a couple of samplers right here in my room. They're 12 by 12. Decorate your house, give them as gifts, etc. Okay, next up is card class and scrapbook. Now, scrapbook is full, so we won't talk about that. But card class, there's 2 packets left. 2. You're going to make 4 cards for $20, free with a $20 order. And these are the 4 cards. We're using the Hearts of Elegance, I think. Let me read my notes. Hearts of Elegance bundle and Utterly Amazing bundle. So you can take this in person or to go. If you have any questions about any of the events I'm talking about today, just let me know. Make sure you're on my email newsletter list as well. Okay, so those are the 4 classes I do every single month. So if you missed it this month or it's too late for you for whatever reason, you can do it next month. They happen every single month. If you live local, you should come with us in person. We are fun. It's relaxed. There's usually brownies. There might be an additional treat this month, but anyway, you should come. Okay, next up, the new catalog kickoff. So these 2 new catalogs start in January, and I'm going to have an event to kick it off, as I always do, on January 11th, I think. Yes, in person or to go, January 11th. That's a Saturday in DeSoto, Texas, but it will be offered to go. We will make 8 projects using 4 new stamps and bundles. They are Delightful Wishes, Beautiful Butterflies, Birthday Celebration, and Terrific Toadstools. I have a sneak peek of 2 of the 8 cards here, and they're cute. Okay, and what? Oh, I showed all of these products on my last video, so go check that out. Go check it out. I showed all these products. Did you know when you're watching videos on replay, you can speed them up? It's like a 4-hour video. 4 hours. You can click the little gear icon and say watch it at 1.5 times, 2 times speed, whatever. You can speed it up, and of course you can skip. But you should check it out because I show all these new products. And yeah, it's going to be awesome. Speaking of new products, I forgot to bring one over here. I need to go grab it. Okay, register for that by January 5th. We will have 2 stamping demonstrations, 2 display stampers. And if you're not local, that will be streamed and pictures posted in the private Facebook group. Okay, any questions, let me know. Coming soon. Okay, I have a coming soon graphic. Let me see if I have any other graphics. Let's just see what's on here. I think I have, yeah, that's for the kickoff, the mini catalog, and the celebration. We'll be using both. Okay, coming soon. Utterly amazing camp with Alejandra and Jennifer. Just stay tuned. It'll be next year. Coming soon, mega cruise retreat in a box. This one, I was supposed to set up my link a couple of days ago and it hasn't happened, but it's coming. It's for sure coming. And this is like a giant retreat. It costs more. It includes way more stuff and it includes way more projects. And it will be offered to go if you cannot join us on our April and I on our crafting cruise January 26th. Okay, then the mini catalog paper and ribbon share, I've got a little sneak peek there on that graphic, is coming soon with Jennifer and Alejandra. So that is where you'll get a sampling of every new ribbon and designer paper from the mini catalog. Again, I showed them all in the last video. Go check it out. You'll get 6 by 12 inch pieces if it's 12-inch paper, or 6 by 6 if it's that size, as well as ribbon sampling. So don't register with anyone else. You know it's coming. We just are extremely busy at this time of year to get our links set up. Now, January 25th is when we're going to have a party with the paper share that's an optional add-on when you register. And that will include make and takes and a Facebook party with bonus material. Okay, so you can, all the options will be there. You can do paper and ribbon only or add the party or whatever. I think you can even do PDF tutorials only for the party. Okay, also coming soon, I'm going to offer a celebration event that you can earn in January and February 2025 by placing orders with me, hosting a party, or joining my team. I do this almost every year, and what you earn is a free event, which includes make and takes and a chance to win prizes on Zoom in March or April. So just know that's coming. Okay, any questions on any of that stuff, let me know. A couple of more quick events to talk about is my retreats that I do with April McCrite. These are in Temple, Texas, in person. They will be offered to go, but I'm advertising in person right now. Although April and I think we have picked our product we're using. April's busy too. April has, if y'all don't know April, if you do know April, if you don't, this doesn't matter. If you know April, she owns a massage studio and they are moving in December. So she's a little busy as well, but she's actually designed one of her cruise classes already. She posted pictures. She posted pictures. I just haven't had time to make a sneak peek graphic. Anyway, so we're all working on everything for you guys, but that's cruise. Okay, retreat is in March. April's my retreat partner. I think we did pick our products we're going to use, but that info will come out later. The point is, just join us in person, Temple, Texas, March 2025. Hey, Marcia, good morning. Hey, Debbie, good morning over on YouTube. Good to see you guys. Linda in Idaho, good morning. Okay, so y'all don't know what you're missing out on if you don't come to these in-person retreats. Temple, Texas. I drive like almost 2 hours to get there. Totally worth it. Some people drive longer, some drive shorter. And if you want to fly in, you fly into Austin, Texas, and it's about an hour drive to Rockin' which is in Temple, as I just said. Okay, March 27 through 30, in person, 8-foot table, $50 goodie bag, 10 or more make and takes, a bed to sleep in, meals, excellent lighting, optional classes you can add on. What do you call it? You can use our supplies for the classes and make and takes. Okay, so that's basically it. Like we do a swap, all kinds of stuff. Marcia, thank you. Marcia said, I haven't seen you in a while. Absolutely love your hair. Marcia, this just got cut last week. So, and my hair grows fast. So it was really long. It was like about this long, but actually I'm trying to keep it this short. I just got busy and couldn't get a haircut forever, so it looked like I wanted longer hair, but I just didn't have time for a haircut. But thank you very much, Marcia. Near Bucky's, Marianne says, yes, our retreat is literally 5 minutes from a big old Bucky's where you can get all kinds of cool stuff. Yes, Julie. Yeah, she's super busy. Yeah, I don't know if it's for space or what, but it's going to be it's a brand new building. If any of y'all are local and you need a massage, that is literally the place to go. Waxahachie. Let me know if you need the details. But anyway, it's a brand new, like, not just a new place to her, but literally the building is brand new. So awesome. Okay. Marcia, thanks for sharing as well. Okay. What else? I do have another retreat in August 7 through 10. You can sign up for both right now. Make sure you're on my email newsletters so you can get these links today. And then the crafting cruise coming up January 26th. So if you want to register for that, do it like today, tomorrow, whenever, because it's hitting the deadline where April and I have to order everything. But don't worry, if you missed out, you can sign up right now for January 2026, which I thought I had the dates on my notes here, but I don't. But anyway, it's January 2026. Also, both are Harmony of the Seas out of Galveston, Texas. You're going to get gifts every day. This is just an example from last year. You can see we had a theme going last year. Meet lots of cool people, get a free t-shirt or get an included t-shirt, get a bag, participate in swaps, get lots of food, mingle, get your, oh, yeah, there's going to be tables. There's going to be tables. We're figuring all that out right now. Okay. Oops, we don't need to talk about that at this moment. Okay. So there we go. Sign up for cruise. Yes. That's the end of the class discussion. Next up is specials, and there aren't any specific real big Stampin' Up! Specials going on right now, but I'll just remind you what's going on, because I'm sure you know that our last chance list has been released from this catalog, and so the items that are no longer staying with us they're in the last chance category. They're while supplies last, and some are discounted. If you go to the last chance category on my online store, you'll see lots of stuff in there, not just from this book, and some of it is discounted up to 80% off. 80. So there are some incredible deals in there. They're all while supplies last, and you want to grab them while you can. When this list first started, this is a new category for Stampin' Up. We're going to update it every 2 months now, starting in the even months next year. So February, the list might get things added to it, and some things might be discounted further, but they might not. I wouldn't chance it. If it's something you want, I would get it now. If it's something you can take or leave, you can wait and see. So things in our online exclusives categories might get added, etc. So anyway, that's the last chance category. So always check that out when you're shopping. Just see what's there. See if you're like, oh, there's that designer paper I loved from 3 years ago, and it's $2. Let me grab some. So that's going on while supplies last right now. Of course, we got a couple of new kits this month. So we get new kits every single month from Stampin' Up! Starting next year, 2 or 3 kits every single month. Some months are 2, some months are 3. These are all-inclusive kits that make great gifts, and they're great for us crafters as well. So check that out. So that's pretty much what's going on as far as what's available right now. Of course, I have an ordering special, but we'll talk about that in a sec. And then these new products were just released for demonstrators only this month. So I can order everything in this book right now, and I can get free everything in this book right now. There is a stamp set that is going to be a gift if you join. I can purchase it right now. All that. Anyway, I'm not going to say that. Okay, so if you would like to be like me and purchase stuff early and earn things early, all you have to do is join my team. You won't regret it. You'll have access to lots of perks from me and Stampin' Up. You won't have to sell. You won't have to buy. You can. You don't have to. You don't have to take advantage of your discount, but why wouldn't you? You don't have to take advantage of shopping and getting free gifts with their purchase, but you can. And but it's an incredible deal. It's $99. You pick $125 of anything you want, and you'll get to be part of, like, it's just so cool what Stampin' Up has done for me, in my opinion. I didn't really have friends when I joined Stampin' Up. Now I have hundreds of friends. I was painfully shy, but I wanted to do parties, so I started doing parties. I forced myself, and I'm still shy, but I've overcome, like, public speaking and stuff in general. Let's don't get crazy, but there's been so many benefits to me personally: personal growth, friendships, travel, which started with my first convention I went to all by myself. I mean, some team members went, like 3 or 4 of us went, I believe. 2 or 3 or 4 of us went, but, you know, without the spouse or whatever. Lots of personal perks. Forget the savings of money and the friendships you can make, even long distance. We have a great community on Facebook and all the stuff. So I'm just offering it to you. You don't have to. You can buy from me, but I'm just offering it. Lori, yes, no. Lori, that's so true. She said you're wearing a naughty Grinch hoodie. Brittany needs a mini one. She certainly does, but I think she's like in the bedroom window today, hanging out in there. But yes, Grinch is my favorite Christmas character. I love that movie with Jim Carrey, The Grinch, whatever it's called, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas. Martha, good morning. Jackie, good morning. Yes, Julie, I hope you do as well. Go on cruise. Okay, so that's pretty much what's going on. I do have an on. Oh, don't forget, I can still get you gift cards. I can just email it to you. So if you need it or you need someone to buy it for you, contact me. We can still get gift cards because they're gift certificates, and I make them on the computer and email them to you, or I can print it out if needed. So if your gift givers are panicking, just give them my text or email. Okay, it'll be fine. Thank you, Marcia. You're so nice. Thank you, Marcia. I try. I try. Okay. Oh, I want to go grab a stamp set real quick that I didn't have last week. Hold please. It's right over here. Okay. I'll show this when I put the camera down, but I didn't have this one from Sale-A-Bration last week, and we were talking about it. Okay, so I said, okay, like if you were doing a drinking game for every time Jennifer says okay, it would not be good. So don't do that. I think I'm ready to point the camera down. I have some show and tell, and then we'll get into this card making. So let me point the camera down. By the way, speaking of videos, I'm not doing a video next week. I was going to try to do a video next week. Mary Jo, we have the training has not been sent out yet, so you did not miss it. The demonstrator training, I think I didn't talk about that, did I, when I showed it on the screen? We have not set up our link yet for that, and it's going to start in January, so you did not miss it. Let me look real quick. Yeah, I forgot to say it. Demonstrator training, go to your next title and above and beyond with Jennifer and Alejandra, is coming soon. We have definitely been working on what we're going to train on and our topics and everything. We just haven't set up a link, literally. So that's the thing, Mary Jo, with that. And like, I can message you privately, like what's not a big holdup, but what all's going on, but we're doing it. But yes, Lori, thank you. I was going to try to do a video next week, and I was like, you know what? I need to take a minute. I'm still going to work next week because I need to design this cruise in December. I need to get this cruise designed in December and the paper share. But I'm not going to work as much next week. So no video next week. If I can put out any bonus content, I will, but who knows? Probably not. But Merry Christmas, everybody. I know this video is not over, but I'm just saying Merry Christmas. no video next week. I'll be back the following week, I assume on Thursday. I haven't looked at the calendar yet, but I'm normally live on Thursdays at 9 a.m. Central. Y'all are so nice. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to point the camera down. Got a little bit of show and tell. And put some lotion on my hands and tell you about some stuff here, and then we'll get started making 3 cards today. Get out of the camera, cards. Okay, let me find the button here to remove this thing from my screen. Hold on. Can't. This is called camo. Remove that. Thank you. Okay. My hands are looking very rough. Worse than normal. Oh my goodness. Okay. First of all, Christmas cards. I got some Christmas cards in the mail. We've been very bad lately about checking our mail late. So all these were in the mailbox. I don't know when they've come. But anyway, this one is from Carmen. I'm going to make sure I'm correct. Yes. Gorgeous card, Carmen. Really like it. And thank you very much. Beautiful, beautiful. Now I can go display it in my living room. By the way, I want to ask real quick, if y'all would, I don't know why I'm pointing up there. I don't think you can see the same thing I'm seeing. If you want to give this video a like or a thumbs up, I'll do it right here on my iPad. That does help me. So please feel free. You can, there's apparently a thumbs up next to the live chat in YouTube. Please feel free to do either one of those, and that does help. So thank you very much. Okay, this card here is from Stella. I can't remember if Stella's here this morning, but it's gorgeous. Got the little heat embossing there at the top. Got the gold. Love it, love it. Thank you, Stella. She took the time to hand cut out these trees. Very nice. This one is from Brenda, and this is one of those special cards, so it comes flat, and then you can, boom, pop it where it stands up. Just like this. She's also got heat embossing. Of course, the gorgeous paper, which I love. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, and she wrote her note right there. And when it's closed, I know that's in black, which this is how I did my cards as well. If they were colored on the inside, I wrote in black. It's all good. I did not put white in there. Anyway, she made that perfect to write your note and put the greeting. This card is from Linda Harrell. And Linda, I have to say, I literally love this card. I was like, oh, when I opened it, because it's just like such a cool way to use this Nest of Winter designer paper. So thank you, Linda. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Okay, so thank y'all for the cards. I am ready to go put those in the living room now. What else is here? Paper Pumpkin. This is our monthly subscription box of a craft box with everything you need inside the box to complete your crafting projects. January is going to be Hearts to You. Make 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs with 9 envelopes, heart-shaped pre-cut pieces and stickers, twine and heart gem embellishments. Champagne foil adds shine to these elegant handmade cards. So if you subscribe to Paper Pumpkin, which again is the monthly subscription box, if you subscribe by by January 10th, you will get this box. Also, Paper Pumpkin makes a great gift. You can do the subscription, but put someone else's address. Like, you can give it as a gift. So Paper Pumpkin is a great subscription. I mean, gift as well. And of course, you can cancel at any time. I believe it's $25 or $25.50 plus tax only. That includes shipping and a stamp set every single month. Like, it's the best deal we have. And it ships directly to you straight from Stampin' Up. Okay. And I, of course, have links where you can do that through me in the video. Now, this, I know, Marsha, I like that fun fold as well. Sorry, not this. But when you're a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you have the opportunity to purchase a stamp set not a stamp set, a set of dies each quarter. This is the current one. Spring is in the air for this quarter. So this is January's kit sneak peek. Here's February and here's March. These dies, one will coordinate with January. Obviously, there's the heart. February, I'm assuming, yep, the grass. And March, we have a little bee and a honeycomb. So let me show you my dies. They're called Spring is in the Air. If you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you are allowed to purchase them through me or yourself or through anyone. They come like this. I'm just going to show you how I store them, which I doubt most people would want to do this. But I'm going to cut this off right here. I'm going to go behind me to my paper cutter, because I like to be able to see my dies in the package. And this is 5 dies, so I will write a 5 on here. I'm not fancy. I turn this packaging this way so I can read it. I cut the top open and I slide this back in here. Anyway, these are the dies that you can get for, they're like 12 bucks or something. They're so cheap if you're a subscriber. And then they'll coordinate with these, but you can use them for anything you want. There's a couple that I use on repeat with labels and stuff for everything. But this heart, it's a scalloped heart. You get the outline and the inside cuts out, so you get 2 images from the one die. It is 3 inches wide by 3 inches tall. Nice. Then there's the honeycomb. I guess these 2 must cut out stamped images that we can't see yet from this Hello Spring kit. And then the bee. So, very nice. There you go. There's my little plug for Paper Pumpkin. And don't forget to order that. They are technically considered while supplies last, but none of them have sold out yet. So if you're a subscriber, go to the Paper Pumpkin category in the online store and look at the dies, and you'll see there's, I think 4 or 5 now that you can purchase. But anyway, until they sell out. Oh, don't forget about the special release paper. You can still get that as well. Okay. This is my online order special for December 2024. This is show and tell also. If you place an online order with me in December with the monthly host code for December, you will get $25 or more with the host code. You'll get this class packet cut and mailed to you in January. When I say cut, we're going to die cut. We're going to die cut, die cut, die cut, die cut, die cut, die cut. Landa's going to kill me. Die cut, emboss. We're going to provide the designer paper. We're not going to provide the embellishment, but you can substitute anything, or you can get these free. Not these. That's a lie. It's a different gift now. You'll provide your own embellishment, and you'll get a roll of this gold twine free with a $50 purchase with the host code. Now, this is my monthly ordering special. There's a host code for it. If you need that, let me know. Actually, I'll put it on the screen right now. I forgot. Got the graphic. Put it on the screen right now. This is anytime during December till December 31st. Host code QVXPAZUW. Just make sure you're on my email list or go to the blog stamptherapist.com to get that. $25 class, $50 class plus gold thread. If you do go over $150, don't use the host code, and I'll still give you all the stuff. And you'll get some free perks from Stampin' Up. Now, I have a separate offer today. So if you want this, do that. If you want the one from today, you'll do something else. But before we get there, last week I showed you every new product from the Sale-A-Bration brochure except this one, because it didn't arrive until Monday. And we were talking about it, and I forget who on the video was telling me that these images are huge. It's called Corner in Bloom. It's free with a $160 purchase. And these are the images. It's photopolymer. They are florals, so flowers and leaves, different kinds of flowers. And what do we say? 3 of them are corner shaped. So you can stamp it in the corner. Great for scrapbooking, card making, etc. So we got the 3 corner ones, and this is what one of our people was saying. It's huge. Let me grab one of these Christmas cards that I moved. If I can reach. So yeah, this largest one goes all the way to across the left and right of a 4 1/4 inch card. and almost to the top on the side. Which makes sense because then when you stamp it corner to corner twice, it won't overlap down here. Okay, so I just wanted to show y'all that just so you get the visual and know why it's free with a $120 purchase, because it's a lot of stamps and they're very large. Okay, so there's that. Last but not least, on my show and tell, this is what I've been looking for forever for my chamois that comes with the Glass Mat Studio, by the way, which is still for sale. And it comes with this little white accessory as well. I've done videos in the past on what that's for, but the chamois is awesome, but I don't like how fast it dries out. So I've been looking for a little container I could put it in. This is plastic, which is good for me. It's from the dollar store, literally Dollar Tree. And it's a great shape for it. So I found it at Dollar Tree a couple of weeks ago. I have not been screwing the lid back on all the way tight, but because I don't want this to get moldy. But if you just set the lid on top there, it does not dry out while you're working. In fact, this hasn't dried out for 2 weeks, and I don't want it to get moldy. So I need to either leave the lid off after this video or cracked at a minimum. And then when it's dried out, I can put the lid tight until I'm ready to use it again. But y'all, it's kept it moist. It's fully moist right now, and it doesn't smell moldy. But I'm not telling you to keep it in here because it'll turn to mold, right? Because it's wet. But anyway, there's my little show and tell. All right, today I'm going to make 3 cards using lots of new Stampin' Up Sale-A-Bration items. These are going to be free with a purchase in the month of January and February 2024. And sorry, I was reading your question, Lori. They're going to be free with a purchase, and I not only am sneak peeking them again for you today and making projects, but I'm going to offer you this class packet with an order. So let me put this on the board. Lori, I think they are different. However, my dies are at Landa's house. My dies are at Landa's house, my heart dies. So Lori is asking me if the heart, I don't know where I put that die already, but if the heart I just showed you in the Paper Pumpkin dies is different than the hearts in the Hearts of Elegance bundle. I think so. I think it's a different shape. It looks taller and skinnier to me than those. And I've worked with those a lot, and Landa has literally all of those heart dies with her, every heart shape pretty much, due to my card class this month. So the answer is, I think so, that it's different shape and size. If anyone knows, let me know. Cindy, good morning. Thanks for sharing. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, so what I'm using for card number 1 here, oh, I'm using more. Hold, please. I am using the Pick a Season stamp set, free with a $60 purchase, January 7th. No limit. Spend $120, get 2 of these, get 2 of whatever in the book. Get as many Pick a Season stamp sets as you want. Get as many designer papers, etc. So Pick a Season, I showed it last week, so I won't do the speech about what all's included, but it's the tree where you can stamp different images inside the tree. Free with a $60 purchase. If you're a demonstrator, it's free with a $60 purchase today. Then also on this card, Toadstool Gardens 6x6 designer paper. Again, I showed it last week. It is 6x6. It matches with a bundle in the mini catalog called Toad. Actually, I'm using it on the last card, but it's called Toadstool. I'm blanking. Terrific Toadstools. However, the other sides and not every pattern has mushrooms on it, basically. So there's stripes, there's purples, there's wood grains, all kinds of stuff. So I'm using this paper on this card. And then for words, I'm using the Memorable Blooms bundle. And I think this card's going to say, "You've been on my mind." This is the bundle I showed last week that is like, or it's very similar to a couple of previous bundles. I think hand pinned. It might just be called hand pinned or something like that. But it's, of course, gorgeous and you need it. You know, it's red rubber, and I'm going to use that one greeting that says, "You've been on my mind." But you could put any greeting you want on this card we're going to make. And then Memorable Blooms is a bundle, and I showed you these dies last week, and I did use this die right here for the card. So I die cut a piece of basic white with this die right here. Now, I just realized I forgot to talk about the free class. So if you want the packet to make the 3 cards I'm using today, we're going to cut everything for you, die cut, punch, and emboss. You will need to supply the stamps, ink, etc., and stamp it at home. Also, you will receive, if your order is $35 or more online with this host code, which is a separate one, from today. Your order has to be placed today through December 29th, not yesterday or the day before, or not December 30th. With that host code, 35 or more gets you this class packet, 50 or more gets you also a free accessory, which will be to be determined. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If you have any questions, let me know. Okay, there's the stuff I used in general. If there's anything else, actually, there is something else. Lies. I also used this gorgeous Fresh Freesia seam binding ribbon, which I showed you last week. So free with a $60 purchase. The ribbon, which I'll supply you what you need for your card, the Pick a Season stamp set, and the Toadstool Gardens designer paper are each free with a $60 purchase. I'm using those plus Memorable Blooms bundle. Okay. Yeah, let's get started on this card. Okay, our card base is Granny Apple Green, 5.5 by 8.5. So you take your 8.5 by 11 paper, cut it in half. You're going to get 2 cards out of 1 piece of paper. Very economical, but more importantly, very easy to remember. Cut it in half. Even if you cut it in half the other direction at 4 1/4 inches, when you fold it over, it'll fit into the Stampin' Up! Medium envelope, which is also an invitation size envelope, but of course we have a high quality envelope here. And it will fit into Stampin' Up's medium clear envelope, my favorite envelope that we carry, the clear ones. So that's easy. Then we're going to fold it in half with the bone folder. The way I do this personally is I rest the paper against my thumbnail, and I align the 2 corners down on my table. And then I just barely pinch it with my finger and do as much folding as possible with the bone folder. That gives you less wrinkles on the inside. To get the least wrinkles, you can score it with your paper trimmer, which comes with a scoring blade. Okay, so that's our card base. It is going to be, oh, sorry, I forgot a step, but it's going to be up and down portrait. And I forgot, this is the easiest fun fold you can ever make. We're going to take the front of this card and fold it backwards all the way over to the left in half. So basically the same fold I just did, but it's smaller. Crease it with the bone folder. By the way, the reason I don't use this end of the bone folder is this Stampin' Up! Logo will rub off. Not only it'll get black on your card, but it'll be gone. So I only always use the pointed end, even though I'm using the flat part of the pointed end when I fold. Okay, tip. All right, so that is the card base, and it will be portrait direction. And then the other pieces for this card are I'm going to put all these measurements on the blog, stamptherapist.com, at 11 a.m. Central today, with recipe cards with supply list. It's obviously on the supply list. I can't list the new stuff yet because I can't. I mean, like, anyway, it's a whole thing, but I typed it out, but it's not listed down below where you can click and order on my blog. Okay, so all the measurements on the blog, if I forget to say any or I skip it, but this is 4 by 5 1/4, 4 by 5 1/4 basic white, which will go inside our card base so it can show on the front. Here is the stop sign that I die cut out, the stitched edge stop sign that I die cut out from the Memorable Blooms dies. So amazing. That's like 3 1/4 inches tall, and it's basic white. And then I just have 2 strips of the Toadstool Gardens designer paper. This is one that is like a light granny apple green with dark granny apple green leaves growing all over it. And this strip here is fresh freesia with skinny little fresh freesia stripes. So those are 5 1/4 inch tall. I have all the measurements on the blog. And those, what am I trying to say? Yeah, they're 5 1/4 inches tall, long, whatever. Okay, so let's stamp this piece. So I'm going to stamp this tree. Lori, no problem. Together all my pieces. Okay, so this tree, I told you about it last week, but you can stamp like the top of the tree where all the leaves are, like a circle basically of leaves. I need ink as well. You can stamp that, and pretty much I think every time you use the stamp set, you're going to stamp that first toward the top of whatever. Then I would stamp the trunk second, and you'll see why. The trunk of the tree, and then add whatever you want inside. There's Easter eggs, flowers. There is, what are those things called? 4-leaf clovers or clovers, leaves. Those are pretty much the options to stamp inside the tree. I started to advertise my other celebration class, but that is sold out. Thank you to everybody who bought that yesterday. And anyway, we made 3 cards with this in there that I'll eventually show you, but not right now. Okay, so I inked up the tree. Tap, tap, tap. Do not press hard on our ink pads. I'm begging you to only touch it to the pad. Don't put any other pressure than touching it. But you can move it around so it gets good ink from all the places on the ink pad. And then I'm going to align this where I want it, which is towards the top of the stop sign, and just nice and firm. You don't have to press crazy hard, but nice and firm on a nice, hard, firm surface like a glass mat studio, a Stampin' Pierce mat, or a very firm table. Or if you don't have any of that, you might need to get a book or something very hard. Kitchen countertops are very good as well. But all that combined should give you a good ink transfer, unless your ink pad needs re-inking. Okay, so you stamp that first. At the bottom, there are these 5 holes in the tree to stamp those images, but there's a opening at the bottom where the trunk goes. So that's how you know that's the bottom. And that's why we're going to stamp the trunk next, so we know where to stamp the image in the hole to the right. How we doing? Hey, Carol, no problem. No problem. Okay, pecan pie is what I'm going to use for this tree trunk. And so at the top, there's the part that goes up into the tree, and then there's 2 branches that come off of it, left and right. Those will fit into this section right here, as you will see at the bottom there. They just fit in. And then when you stamp whatever image you're going to put in these holes, whether it's the eggs or whatever, you need to pay attention, because the first time I did it, I just didn't think it mattered, but the direction matters, and it doesn't look as cute if you don't do it correctly. So what I ended up doing after I stamped them and they looked terrible was I opened up the catalog, which I can't open up for you right now on the camera, and I looked at how they stamped them, and I mimicked that, and then I kind of got the gist, so to say. But these flowers, for example, are in a pattern. There's a small, medium, and large flower, and it's a triangle, but you just have to look and see where the triangle would fit properly. And I think most people would do that naturally anyway, without me saying any of this, but I was stupid and did not do that, and it looked really bad. So pay attention is the point. Don't just throw them on there. So you may have to turn it different directions for different parts of the It's almost like a heart shape. Oh, there's hearts also that you can put in here. I did do a heart one in that other class. A real cute, like, Valentine tree. Anyway. But these are almost like a heart shape. I'm not sure if I did that one right, but that's okay. So cute. Is this not, like, tell me if y'all like this tree. I think it's so cute. As soon as I saw this set in the book, I was like, that's going to be a cute one. And I saw those Easter eggs. I was like, oh, that's going to be the cutest little Easter card with Easter eggs in the tree. But today we're making just this one, which is You've Been on My Mind. More generic. Not generic, but you know what I mean. More occasions than just Easter. Okay, so this card's pretty darn simple. We're going to attach the, grab my Stampin' Seal, attach this larger piece of designer paper to the front left flap of the Granny Apple Green cardstock. There is a direction on these leaves. If you cut it right, they'll be going up, so do that. For me, yeah, what I'm going to do next, this doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. What I'm going to do next is attach the tree piece. So it's like a stop sign. The trees, I'm going to flip it upside down, top to bottom, lay it across the very center of this card base with the front folded back. And that just gives me a visual line where to put adhesive only on the back left half. Whoops, I need to cut these up. These are my mini Stampin' Dimensionals, but I apparently ran out. But of course, I'm going to use all these ends. If you're ever in one of my classes in person and you're like, we're out of dimensionals, and I see this, I'm going to tell you, no, we're not. No, we're not. Get your scissors out. Because that is very wasteful not to use these edges. These are the mini Stampin' Dimensionals, so the edges are thicker. But you can do it on the regular ones as well. Okay. Peel the backings off. So whatever adhesive you're going to use, dimensionals or not, it only goes on the back left half of that stop sign. And I'm putting the tree down now so that I can see where I want this strip of designer paper here, just to be sure. But I'm still not going to glue anything to this inside white because I need to stamp the greeting on it. So I'm just going to make sure. Yeah, I want that strip of the fresh Freesia designer paper over here on the right side of this white paper, about a 1/4 inch from the right side. I'm trying to pick you up. Measure, yeah, about a 1/4 inch over. But I don't want to glue it down yet. I want to stamp my greeting just in case I mess up and I need to flip the paper over. This is the You've Been on My Mind. It's a cursive. You've been, and then on my mind is below it, capital Y, cursive. And I'm just going to stamp that to the left of the designer paper and not too high so that it's hidden under the tree. Perfect. Okay. All right. I know, Lori, but you would be surprised. Lori said, I can't imagine not using the dimensional edges. You would be surprised. And my silicone craft sheet. Hold. Here it is. It got moved during the Christmas card making process, which, by the way, I haven't really posted on Facebook about this just because I've been crazy busy. But actually, Scott was very heavily involved in the Christmas card making process. He helped me with several of the designs. I mean, not designs. He helped me assemble. And he was using this. That's why. Okay, I'll put that crooked. Whew. I'm just gluing down the designer paper now, and apparently I can't line it up properly. the strip on the right of the white paper that has the greeting. And then let me attach that inside. You've been on my mind. Okay, next is the ribbon, and then we'll be done. This is a pretty simple card. Where did I put that ribbon? Right here. Seam binding, fresh freesia. I'm going to make a bow here, a bunny ears bow. So I will do 2 bunny ears, lots of space in between, 1 bunny ear in my left hand, 1 bunny ear in my right hand. A tail, I'm right-handed, so a tail on the left. The ribbon is still attached to the roll on the right. And then I'm going to cross over the right loop over the left loop. So the right one will be in front of, or closest to my body. And then push that right one down into the rabbit hole and pull on the ears. And just make your bow. Now you just need to tighten or loosen or make the bows even or whatever. That's how you do a bunny ears bow. Zero waste on the one side. Might need to trim the other side. Okay, that's it. I'm going to add, I forgot I did add an embellishment on this as well. But I will add the bow with a mini glue dot. So I've got my ribbon tied around it like usual. I will fold this protective coating back until I see 1 glue dot, press into it, pull. The glue dot should stick to the embellishment and not be touched by my fingers, hopefully as little as possible. And I'm just putting the bow down in the bottom left of this, the stop sign in the white space there next to the tree. And then my embellishment I used is the, where are they? I feel like it didn't bring them over here for some reason. Hold on. I put them away. Okay, look at that while I see if I put them away. Oh, yes, I did. Why? Okay, so I have all these partial packs. These are the iridescent adhesive back discs from the annual catalog. They do match pretty well with this paper. They've got Poppy Parade, Pool Party, Melon Mambo, white, and Granny Apple green. And I used a couple of white and a green on this card. I'm going to use my take your pick tool. Hello. Take your pick tool. Put a green one up here in the top right corner on the inside of the card. I like to use all these up. And then a couple of white ones. So I'm always going through my partial packs. I'm like, oh, there's 1 green left in there. Let me get that first. Anyway, and then a couple of white ones up here in the corner, a little triangle. Okay, that is card number 1. Thank you, Lori. You've been on my mind. This is part of the class packet you can get right now free if you need, if you just want it, of course, but if you need to build up your collection of, well, I'll put it down up there, Sale-A-Bration samples, I can help you out because I'll cut it for you. Me or Landa will cut it, but I haven't looked at the calendar yet to see who that might be, me or her. I'm just going to set these aside. Okay, so that is card number 1. Card 1. Let me know what you think. Thank you, Mary Jo. Love the colors. Ooh, thank you, Cindy. Yes, fresh freesia and Granny Apple green. Where should I put this? Put it right there. All right, I'm going to start on card number 2 now. So here are the pieces for card number 2. And on this one, we are going to use the Friendly Seagulls stamp set. Friendly Seagulls. Sorry. From Sale-A-Bration, free with a $60 purchase, no limit, spend $120, get 2, and so on. And the Starstruck embossing folder, which is a regular embossing folder, free with a $60 purchase, no limit. And it's the little, like a star, and then lines coming out of the star, and then dots in between, and then another star with lines. So if you look not too close, it looks like little flowers. And if you look close, it looks like stars with bursts around them, like you're congratulating somebody. Friendly Seagulls is the photopolymer stamp set that has 3 seagulls, some shells, some fish, French fries, sand, and birds, and then hey friend, I love you more than French fries, chips. Super cute. If you want the detail, go back and watch last week's video. Okay, so this card is inspired from me. I was inspired by one of the cards Alejandra did for our Sale-A-Bration class packet that we just closed out. But anyway, but it is different, but inspiration. So I'm going to fold my card base in half. It's basic white, 5.5 by 8.5. Fold it in half. And then this will be a up and down portrait card. My next layer on this card will be a piece of Daffodil Delight that's been embossed with the Starstruck embossing folder. Again, measurements, blog, 11 a.m. Central. I have a scrap of basic white, which you can see here. I'm going to stamp a couple of images on, but it's a scrap. I have a piece of basic black that is a rectangle that's going to go up and down portrait on this card. Dimensions on the blog. And then I have 2 pieces of this is the fruit. Oh, I forgot to mention that one. I'm also using, I forgot to bring it back over here. I was using all these designer papers cutting up that class. Let me grab it. It is fruit salad. Yummy, yummy. So if you have kids of the right age and you see the name of this designer paper fruit salad, you should think of the Wiggles and say yummy, yummy. But anyway, that's a song. Again, I showed this last week, but it has the fruit on one side, depending on the patterns, and then patterns on the other side. Super cute, super bright and fun. And so I'm using 2 of the yellow patterns. One is like lines and one is like eyelet pattern. And they call these yellows Daffodil Delight. Yes, only Daffodil Delight is what they name here. But of course, there's light and dark in the designer papers. So these 2 pieces, I think, are 2 inches tall. And they might or might not overlap a tiny bit when I put them on this black piece. But there'll be one on, yeah, they will overlap. One at the top, one at the bottom on the black. So the black will have a black border. And then 2 more pieces here. I have a banner that has been pre-die cut from the Nested Essentials dies. This is the medium one, I believe, although there might be 4. It is 2 1/4 inches tall, basically. Banner. It's got stitched edges. It's super cute. Nested Essentials dies are essential. And then this is a 1/4 inch strip of Daffodil Delight cardstock. All right. Now, so free with 60. Don't forget the designer paper fruit salad is also free with a $60 purchase. Okay, I'm not going to stamp on the banner. I'm going to stamp on the white piece and the little daffodil strip. Let me grab my stamps. I'm stamping in Memento Black. This is the Memento Black pad I made out of an ink refill and an empty basic white ink pad. You can use a regular Memento pad, of course, and it'll be fine. But I do love this one that I made back in March of 2024, and I've re-inked it twice so far in May and July. And if you want to see the video where I made that, it's the Everyday Details video on April 4th, 2024 at 56 minutes. And there's a timestamp in the video. But if you use one like this that I made, you have to tap gently just like a normal Stampin' Up! Ink pad versus regular Memento Black. You can twist and really hit, and like if this was the ink pad, okay, it's sticky, but if this was the ink pad, you could ink it like that. Don't do that on this one, it's soft. This one inks up beautiful though. Okay, so stamp those in black. And then on the strip here, I'm going to stamp 2 different greetings that will be cut apart, so they're not to make one sentence. I love you more than on this Daffodil Delight, and French fries. So I'm just going to leave some space in between. This is the kind of strip you're going to get in your class packet when you get it free from me with your online order. Starting today, ending December 29th. You'll get a strip like that, so keep them separate. And then, thank you, Marcia. Thank you, Carol. Thank you, thank you. Okay, these are going to get hand cut out, but we're going to color them in first. These, the bird and French fries, because there, of course, are no dies to match this because it's Sale-A-Bration. So I've got these blends here are what I'm going to use. Dark Pumpkin Pie, Dark Daffodil Delight, Light Pretty in Pink, Light Smoky Slate, Dark Real Red, and I would use Ivory, but mine is packed up for a class, so I'm using 800 in the Natural Tones blends. 800, but I would just use Ivory because it's just for this tiny little thing of the hamburger bun right here. On the front of the French fry box is a hamburger bun, but it's not a hamburger, it's a fish burger. There's a fish right there. Tiniest fish ever on this hamburger packet. If you want, you could also color the fish Smoky Slate. It's so tiny, I didn't even color the one on my other card. Okay, then I'm going to take the Smoky Slate Light and I'm going to color these. There's some little, like a stripe on each wing of this bird. This is the bird that is standing facing us with its wings out, and it's got 2 French fries in its beak. And then I'm just going to trace around the edges of the wings a little bit, some Smoky Slate ink. This just gives definition and, like, I guess shadows, shading. Something like that. Same thing on the other side. That's all I did. Oh, on the head as well. Okay, so just add a little definition and shading with this light Smoky Slate. The French fries are going to be Dark Daffodil Delight. So the French fries in the mouth. For the beak, I should say. And the French fries here in the French fry packet. I'm going to check something real quick. Hold, please. I just forgot some, or I don't know if I forgot. Okay, yes, I did forget. I forgot to color the beak on my other sample that I'm going to show y'all. But Pumpkin Pie Dark for the beak and the feet. The little flipper feet of this seagull. And then the French fry packet will be Real Red. I'm using dark. Very McDonald's. So I'm using Stampin' Blends, which you want to use with water-based ink stamping, which is what Memento is. But I'm not blending them. I'm just using one light or dark But if you don't know about Stampin' Blends, you can use a light and a dark together and make shadows and stuff. And they color the best. Like, they don't leave any streaks. If you see a streak, keep on coloring. They will bleed through to the other side, but they're basically streak free as long as you keep coloring. Okay, Pretty in Pink Light is for the cheeks. We're just going to put a dot on each side. So that's how I colored it. Hey, Betty, good morning. Deborah, good morning. And then I'm going to hand cut these out. Did not do that ahead of time, so here we go. I'm going to cut with my right hand and leave it, in general, leave it stationary and turn the paper with my left hand. I'm leaving a white border. I'm cutting on the inner part of the scissors instead of at the tip. And I cut as long as I can before reopening the scissors to get smoother cuts instead of real choppy little movements. So there's the tiny, tiny French fries. They're like, let's see how tall they are. 3/4 of an inch tall. By the way, get this stamp set if you just love French fries. You can just use it separate. Then I'm going to cut out the seagull. I'm doing everything just like before, white border, long cuts, etc. Voila. What else should I talk about? What else? If you want, go ahead and click the like or thumbs up or heart. That will help me out, and I will appreciate it. Yeah, and you can do that on YouTube or Facebook. Even if you're watching replay, you can do that. Don't forget to comment on this video if you would like a chance to win these cards. And these cards I'm making, but if you want the class packet, don't forget I'm offering that. Okay. Oh, for the greetings, I'm just going to make straight cuts at the end of each word. You can use your paper trimmer if you don't like imperfection, but usually I'm okay with it for my stuff. All right, let's put it together. For this one, I'm going to use this ribbon here. It is the iridescent or the striped trim. Let me say it right. Iridescent striped trim. It's a really nice ribbon. It's very versatile. You can use it with lots of different things, and it's going to look great with this card. Oh, I love that y'all are sending each other Christmas cards. That's awesome. That's another thing. I know, I mean, I don't know how Lori and Betty know each other, but in my team, that's another thing about joining the team is there's so many people who come to in-person events or become team members and meet through in-person events or Facebook, and now they're like BFFs and hanging out together, and I'm like, what? I'm the one that knew each of y'all. What the heck? Now y'all are best friends? But it's really cool how you can make so many connections through Stampin' Up as customers or demonstrators. But especially when you're a demonstrator, you get access to more people. You get access to like this demonstrator Facebook group that Stampin' Up runs, where you can interact and share with all the demonstrators that are on that group in the world. Okay, I just attached the 2 pieces of designer paper to this black cardstock, as I told you before, and overlapped them in the middle, but they have basically the 1/8 inch border all the way around. So we have lines on top, eyelet on bottom. And then I'm going to cover up that seam with this ribbon. But anyway, yeah, it's really cool. Stampin' Up brings people together. That's what's so good about it. Okay, I'm going to wrap this ribbon around this black cardstock with the yellow designer paper on top. I'm going to tie it in a bow to one side, which is going to be the right side. Again, stripes on top. I'm going to grab my reverse tweezers. These are the ones from the Embossing Editions toolkit, but any reverse tweezers will work, where when you pinch it, they open. When you let it go, they close. And I'm going to pinch the ribbon right there where you need someone's finger to hold it to tie a bow. But instead of their finger, we're going to have the tweezers. Now both my hands are free. I'm going to flip this project upside down to tie the bow, and it's a normal, regular bow. Okay, it's not bunny ears because it's tied around, and I don't know really how to say what to do to instruct that, but you just tie a regular bow, like on a Christmas present, or shoes. And by turning it upside, the project upside down, the bow comes out right side up for whatever reason. I will supply this ribbon for your class packet if you get that, unless I decide to give it as the free embellishment. But either way, you'll get the ribbon if needed. Okay, trim. There we go. We can still slide this up or down, and we'll do that if needed when we glue everything together. Should be done with this. I'm going to attach the embossed, Starstruck embossed designer paper to the card base. Stampin' Seal is very strong, and sometimes it tears my embossed paper. So I have to remember not to, which we're always supposed to not press hard when we use Stampin' Seal. It's unnecessary, as you saw from what I just did, but it's fine. It just ripped the back side. It's the fibers are broken down from being embossed. Okay, so I'm going to attach this Daffodil Delight to the front. And then on this black piece, let me see. Actually, sorry. I'm like, what should I do next? Okay, because when I made my original card, I didn't know what I was doing, so I didn't do it in the proper order. I am going to attach this banner, this white banner, to this black piece with the designer paper and bow first with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to add a Stampin' Dimensional down in the bottom corner, or the point of the banner, because I remember now when I did this on my other card, I only stuck the dimensionals to the ribbon. You don't want that. You want it touching paper. Okay, so before I glue it down with the dimensionals, I'm going to check my spacing. So I think I definitely want to scoot the bow over to the right a little bit. And then, yeah, and I'm putting this banner toward the top left. More space at the top than the left side. And just something like that, though, approximately, it's fine. And then the French fries and the seagull will go on with Stampin' Dimensionals as well. Place however many you want on there. I tend to use less dimensionals than most people. It's your preference. Unless you're using mine, then you should use less. Okay. Seagull on the left of the white banner. French fries on the right at a cute little angle. Isn't that cute? This black piece I'm going to attach flat to the card front. Little bit more adhesive than normal since it's going on this embossed cardstock. But again, Stampin' Seal is super strong. And then I'm putting this at the top left corner with about a 1/2 inch or so border on the top and left. So it's off center. And then dimensionals on these greetings. How y'all doing? Thank you, Betty. Did I already say that? Can't remember, Betty. What did you say? I met a lot. Hold on, I can't read and think. I met a lot through Facebook and Stampin' Up. Stamping friends are the best through watching lives and playing bingos. Yes, Betty, I love it. Yes, when y'all participate in those events that we demos do that are on Zoom, like bingo, that's another way to meet people. You know, other stampers, obviously, that have your same passion. So, and I do know people who, and I know Betty you come to my bingos as well, but I'm saying I know people who have met specifically on my bingos that are friends now too, like across the miles. So yeah, it is a really great thing. Okay, I put I love you more than at the top left at an angle across the black piece. Hold on. Hold, what's happening? Sorry, an alarm went off on my phone. I was like, what alarm did I set for in the middle of my video? And French fries on the bottom right on the designer paper at an angle. And that's it. That's the finished card. I love you more than French fries. What do y'all think? The Seagulls, friendly seagull set is super cute. It is like it's definitely grew on me real quick. Like at first I was like, okay, I don't know. I didn't think anything good or bad. I was going to say left or right, good or bad. But now I'm like, the seagulls are super cute. The French fries are super cute. The words are super cute. It's really cute. So again, you can get this class packet free with the order, and you can have a chance to win these cards by commenting. Thank you, Carol. Sorry to call you. I'm starting to shorten your last name somehow. Carol. Thank you. Thank you. As always, I wasn't sure about this Sale-A-Bration stamp set, but now that I'm seeing cards with it, I love it. Super cute. Yes, Betty, I agree. I also wasn't sure. Okay, card 3 here is a fun fold that I got like the instructions for from Rosemarie Coleman. And I have these measurements and where to score on my blog as well. I did pre-score it to save time on the video, and I'll tell you these measurements now as well for the mechanism part. But I will, just in case I'm catching a new person who's never paper crafted before, or you're still new to it, when we say we scored paper, which is those lines, it's just a different blade instead of cutting. So if I say this was at a 1/2 inch, I would put this paper to the 1/2 inch mark and move this blade. I would press harder, and it would put that indentation in there to fold on. So that's what scoring is. Super simple. That's what I was saying earlier, that you can score your paper in half, instead of folding with the bone folder also. Although, side note, when you score it in half, you still want to use the bone folder. But anyway. Okay. So this piece right here is the card base. It is 9.5 inches by 5.5. So it's as tall as a normal card, 5.5 tall, but it's 9.5 wide. So you're going to take a whole sheet of paper almost to make this card, because it's 9.5. So you take your, grab one, 8.5 by 11. You have to cut it. It's not in half anymore. So you see, you're going to use this much paper for this card. If both colors are the same, you'll have a little strip left over. Okay, let me repeat. Actually, let me write it down. Y'all may have seen this before. This might be old news. I don't know. 5.5 by 9.5 and score at a 1/2 inch and 2 5/8 from each end. So I put it in this way and scored it at a 1/2 and 2 5/8. Then I turned it around, 1/2, 2 5/8. That's your card base. This piece here is 3 inches by 10 5/8, and it's scored at 2 1/8. and 4 1/4. Oh, from each end. I'm like, what? 3 by 10 5/8, scored at 2 1/8, 4 1/4. Turn it around, 2 1/8, 4 1/4. Okay, then grab your bone folder, and we're gonna do like an accordion fold. So the middle part will be the card base, and then fold the innermost score mark to the inside of the card, and then the skinny one backwards. And then same thing here. And by the way, I'm not a good scorer. I don't know what my problem is, but I'm not good at it. So your class packet may not be scored for you, or I might just score one portion and fold it over and let you do the rest, depending on packaging. I don't know what my problem is with scoring, but that's another story. Okay, so this will be kind of like a gatefold here, this card base. And then this one, hey G-Ann, good morning. This one is, oh shoot, Lori. Also has a center section. So then we're going to fold from the right side again, fold the innermost score mark over and fold the next one backward. And then repeat that on this side. So on the left side, innermost score mark, fold it over toward the right, and fold the left one backward. It's mimicking what we just did, but it's a completely different shape. Here's the measurements. And then you just have to decorate it. That's the easy part. This is not a difficult card at all. Now, I did learn my lesson, and I did need to use tear and tape. She used liquid glue, which I don't personally like, so tear and tape, but I'll show you that when I get to it. Okay, so we're going to decorate it. Got lots of paper in here. Oh, I didn't even say the products we're going to use. The crap is wrong with me. So the Sale-A-Bration product on this card is the Toadstool Gardens designer paper, free with a $60 purchase, no limit, spend $120, get 2, and so on. Free, starting January 7th, or now if you're a demo. And I'm using a couple of different designs from this paper, so I'll show you as I go. And it's 6 by 6 paper, by the way. Both of those papers I used are 6 by 6. Okay, so I have a larger piece here to go inside the card base. This is one of the ones, it's actually the back side of the green one we used on card 1, the leaves. But on the back side is a white base with pink and pumpkin and poppy parade, mushrooms. Some have dots on the top. There's little purple, little wildflowers growing in between, like fresh freesia flowers, and little green grass and stuff around. And it's very cute, cartoonish versus super realistic. This large piece is going to go in the inside of the card base, in that large area there. I will have those measurements for you at 11 a.m. Central on the blog. Then I have 4 strips of designer paper that are all the same size. They're like, I believe, 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. But again, I put it on the blog. 2 different designs. So I have 2 of this pattern, 2 of this. I picked 2 that are heavily melon mambo. One is more like with lines that are slightly diagonal, overlapping each other, making like hash marks on it, melon on melon. And this one is a white base, but tiny melon mambo dots just all over it, so they almost form lines basically. But you can see white, it's just like little speckled. Okay, so I have 2 of those, 2 of each. One set is to, when the card is closed, to go on the front 2 left and right large flaps, and the other set, when the card is open, is to go on the inside 2 card flaps. So very simple there. Strip of paper here. Then I'm going to stamp, but then I have 3 pieces of basic white that they should be cut to the same size as this designer paper. Yes, so all of these pieces here are the same size, 2 designer papers and 3 basic white that have been embossed with the timber embossing folder to go on the 5 panels of that extra mechanism I cut, the 3 by 10 and 5/8 inch melon mambo piece. So we have a strip of designer paper on the left and right and the 3 white wood grain pieces in the middle. I was going to say something else and I lost it. What was I going to say? I'm not sure, but that's what that is. And measurements blog, 11 a.m. Central. This is the timber embossing folder. It's amazing. It's in our annual catalog. Then I die cut a label. This is from the Autumn Leaves dies. Autumn Leaves dies. There are 2 great labels in this die set, and this is one of them. It's a rectangle. It's pierced. It has fancy corners, and it's going to be perfect for our greeting on this card. And then last but not least, you're going to have some scraps of basic white in your packet, because you know you can get this packet, this class free. I forgot I pre-stamped this. You're going to have these 3 scraps right here of basic white, except yours won't be cut at a weird angle. It's a long story, but it's not that long, but I don't want to tell it. But yours will look like this, and you'll stamp these images on it as instructed by your PDF tutorial. But you're going to stamp from Terrific Toadstools, I should say. Terrific Toadstools, which is a bundle, which is the one that coordinates with the Toadstool Gardens designer paper. But you can only get that paper until the end of February. You can get this for a lot longer. So make sure you stock up on that paper because it will be gone and you'll be sad. Terrific Toadstools is the mushroom stamp set. Super cute. And I'm going to grab, oh, here's the punch. Of course, I'm going to use the punch as well. Showed those on last week's video. Okay, let me grab all these. Actually, I'm just going to grab like 1 stamp and I'll just stamp 1 image for you. Dana, literally, I was like, hold on, get closer to the microphone. I was like, what is there even anything in this hamburger literally drawn there? And I had it up and I had the readers. She's saying tiniest fish ever. And then I just think it's supposed to be a fish. My camera doesn't focus very well. I don't know what's up with that. But I think it's a fish. But it's like so tiny. So yeah, agree. Okay, the colors I used here. I stamped the largest mushroom top in Melon Mambo. And that's the one of the ones that fits the punch. Actually, I stamped it upside down like this. Then there's another mushroom top that fits the punch, and I stamped 2 of those, 1 in Melon, 1 in Poppy Parade. I'm going to grab my pop. I can still grab Melon. Then there is another mushroom top that does not fit the punch, and I stamped that one in Pumpkin Pie. And then I stamped 1 large mushroom base. And I'm just doing this stamping right here just to demo how I stamped it. Tap, tap, tap. Move it around. It's very solid. You want a nice hard table underneath. You want to ink it really well without pressing down. And you want to hold it several seconds for all of these images. Anyway, I stamped the large base in gray granite and 3 of the small ones in gray granite. And I actually stamped on that direction because of the punch. 3 of the small ones which fit the punch, the base. So that's how you stamp the mushroom. It'll look gorgeous if you follow all those tips. Make sure your ink pad is inked well if there's a problem. This card is going to say, actually, what color is it? It is Melon Mambo. Okay, in Melon Mambo, this card is going to say popping up to say hi, which is so cute. And this card pops when you open it, so perfect. Popping up to say hi. Get in camera. I love the font too. It's like a 70s-ish type font. To me, this paper is kind of psychedelic 70s-ish. So anyway. Okay, the punching we can do easy, so we'll do that. When you punch these images out, in particular on this bundle, the image you stamped is larger than the punch, which I like. So there's, just make sure you don't see any white, for example, around the edges here, and squeeze. And you'll see there's ink left on the scrap paper. So hold the punch in one hand, align with the other. You can squeeze while you're aligning to get it to hold it in place without punching. Then I use two hands to punch because I need to. Some people can do it with one. I also just personally always turn it upside down when at all possible to actually punch so that it doesn't fly at me. This one's going to make more trash because I didn't trim this scrap down, but if you do a skinnier scrap of paper, less waste, or less, not, it's going to be waste, but less cleanup. And then these two have to be hand cut out. The large base doesn't have a punch, and this topper does not have a punch. There's also some other images in here that don't have punches as well. Keep turning. I don't know if y'all can hear the heater. I'm assuming you can because it's pretty loud, but I keep turning it off and on, off and on. Get chilly and then hot. Okay, let me cut these out. So because these have no white border, I need this to match. So I'm going to cut right at or right inside the stamped image here, which is not how I normally cut stuff out. But in this case, if you don't, it'll look weird, probably. So cut right inside the stamped image, or, well, yeah, just right inside it. Like you can cut a little bit of the stamped image off if you want, because that's what the punch does as well. Otherwise, I gave hand cutting tips on the last card, so you can rewatch that to hear what I say about how to hand cut. Just going to try to do this quickly. So that's all the free stuff I think I'm going to show you today. I've shown you so many products, and there's still even more that you can get free with purchase in January. Or like I said, now if you're a demonstrator, and there's no limit. Like I have already so many packs of this, for example, this designer paper. I've already cut up almost a full one for that one class I offered. But no limits is the point. And then you can get, I mean, there's other things you can get, but if you want multiples of one thing, they don't care. That's fine. Technically, these are while supplies last. But I think there's no need to panic at this early of the stage at all. And the papers are all going to be made in the US because they don't have foil. So that's good. We make our own stamps. The embellishments do come from overseas. The sequins and that ribbon I showed you and stuff. So those, if you're trying to prioritize anything, you might do that. But it's way too early to panic, in my opinion. Hopefully I'm correct. Okay, there we go. Now, let me just throw this trash away real quick. Dana, you were in Texas 2 weeks ago for your daughter's wedding. You saw Becky Coe? Ah, yes, Dana, that's right. I think your party was the one where the electricity went out, right, Dana? And we stamped by candlelight. Tell me if that's correct. Everybody used to do parties back in the day, y'all. We can still do parties. And they were fun. And I think it was at Dana's house where we lost electricity. I don't remember if there was also a storm that night. But we kept on stamping y'all by candle. I think I lost one of these, and I might have just scooped it into the trash can. I'm going to deal with that later in case it shows up. Okay, so all I'm going to do for now is start attaching all these pieces. So I guess I'll just start with these because they're in front of me. So I've got the 3 white designer papers embossed with the wood grain. And Margaret, that's the first bundle you purchased. Yes, girl. Not the first one I purchased. It's like, I think Betty was saying earlier, well, A, sometimes things have to grow on you. B, sometimes it's budget, of course. But I thought it was fine. I wasn't like, oh my gosh, Toadstools. But then I quickly ordered it on my second or third one. Okay, so I'm just attaching these flat, these 3 white embossed panels. Then I'll do the 2 designer papers, on the one on the left, one on the right. By the way, I forgot to say what this designer paper is. It is a white base with stripes going across one direction or the other. I cut them so they'll go across horizontal for this card. And they are pumpkin pie, fresh freesia, granny apple green, melon mambo. I think pretty much those are the main colors in these stripes. They're of different sizes, but none are bigger than like 1/8 of an inch. They're kind of like hand-drawn lines. A little bit distressed. Okay, so there's all the pieces attached to that. Just the designer paper and cardstock pieces. Now let me do the papers on this one. So I will attach the large piece to the center here. Hey, Tracy in Florida. Center of the melon mambo base. I have the measurements right there in case y'all missed it. Oh, Brittany just ran in here. Scared me. I knew you were going to jump up, but it still scared me. Did y'all see? Can y'all see her? Oh my gosh. Tail in my face. Okay. Hello. She thinks some paper I have taped to my lights to reflect the light better is for her to rub her face on. Okay, dotted designer paper on inside left and right. And Margaret, you're a shroom person. I love it. They are cute, like totally 100%. Like, I don't even like to eat mushrooms and they're whatever, but 100% I will buy a stamp set with them because it's cute. Okay, that was pretty, did that one. The other melon mambo pattern is going to go on the front, large pieces. Now, in Rosemarie Coleman's version, she's from Canada, by the way, in case you're looking for her, version of this card, she trims down these side things, but I did not. So I'll kind of explain that when I get to it. These little 1/2-inch flaps, she trims them down. Okay, so all that's decorated. It's going to open up. It's going to look super cute, very decorated. I think I'm going to attach this to the card and then do all the, like add all the decorative pieces we cut out. So I don't know that this is necessary, but I'm going to go ahead and use tear and tape on the center of this 10 5/8 inch piece. I'm going to add tear and tape, which just literally tears. Like, it's so easy to use. Press down on it and get it pulled off from the side or center of the side instead of at the end with your fingernail. I do thumbnail. Mine is extremely short today. Extremely short. But knock on wood, yeah, it's still working. Press, get that thumbnail under there. Now, if you have super thick thumbnails, like because they're acrylic or whatever, I don't know, that might be more difficult. Take your pick tool or a pair of scissors, but don't do it from the end. That's the hard way. This is the easy way. Okay, this piece just gets centered left to right, top to bottom. You can also just lay the whole card out flat if you want to also visually. But anyway, you're basically centering it. If it's off, oh, hold on. I wanted to check something. Okay. I'm checking that it's going to close the way I want, again, because I'm not good at scoring. Sometimes I score off, but I'm going to fold in the left side first and then the right side, and I want that to basically fold flat, and it did. My other one I scored was funky that way, so I literally just turned it upside down. So check that if needed. Okay, so we're going to center this left to right, top to bottom. I'll probably use my grid to be a little more exact here. Grid. Okay, we're just going to say that's centered. And then attach this down. Write that on there. Attach it down. Okay, now everything's loosey-goosey. The left and right flap get attached. The left and right 10 5/8 inch pieces get attached to this 1/2 inch piece while the card is completely flat. Laid down flat like this, which makes it really easy to put together. You don't have to do anything special. Now, what Rosemarie did was she kind of made little pencil marks here and here and trimmed off the top and bottom of this pink so that it wouldn't show. Hers card was not pink. It was a different card, but you know what I mean. Trimmed that off. I just chose not to because I thought it looked fine. Like it just gives it some, I don't know, whatever. I don't know what the word is. But you can trim it off if you want. It doesn't matter. It's your card. Do what you want. Now, I am going to make some little marks. I have a pen, yes. Right below where this flap is. I don't want them to show on here or here because that would show on my card, but I made them right below, and that's going to tell me where to put this tear and tape. I used Stampin' Seal on my first one, and it did fall apart. So use tear and tape or liquid glue is fine. This liquid glue is very strong. I just don't like working with it because I get it all over myself. While I'm here, okay, Brittany went away, by the way. She's still in the room, but she left y'all. I don't see my sand eraser in there. That worked. Okay, so tear and tape. Are you still with me? Nancy loves my helper, Brittany. She loves you. I was going to bring her up to the camera, but she walked away. It's fine. I was too serious about this card. Okay, so just between those two markings, you know, doesn't have to be perfect. Whatever adhesive you're going to use. And if you trimmed it, you just would have like hand cut this, miter this direction, hand cut that off. Okay, so again, press right from the middle. You can use your fingernail as well, but not from the ends. And then keep it flat. Keep the whole card flat, like opened all the way. Okay, now the way this card's going to close, I don't even know if I'm doing it right, but I'm doing left, close, and then right goes over it. It's a very super thick card, and you need to have the muscles of, I don't know what, to bone folder these crease marks, which, by the way, I forgot to do that earlier because I always forget to do that, but you could have bone folded it when you folded it in the first place, bone folder it again, etc. But that just helps make your creases stay flatter. Y'all know about that. I'm lazy. That's how it closes. You could belly band it. You could tie it with a ribbon. I'm not going to. She didn't. I said, I don't need to either. It'll go in an envelope. It'll kind of pop up, and then they'll get their surprise. That's how you make this. Tracy, no. I will have only measurements and a recipe card. I don't want to show you the finished card yet with supplies and measurements, but the step-by-step PDF is reserved for people who get the class free with an order. It's like a perk of ordering from me. I will take that time and type up, which is, y'all probably know, but it is time consuming to do that. So that's who that's for. Hopefully that makes sense. When you, of course, you can replay the video, of course, as many times as you want. I think I have to restamp a stem because I don't know where that one went. I was looking over here in the background for it. And I'm just gonna let this other mushroom get destroyed. I'm in a hurry. Okay, now I still only see 2. Am I losing it? Oh, there's the 3rd one. I'm like, really? All right. Yay, Tracy. No pressure, no forcing. You're not forced. Oh, for real. But thank you. Okay, so this card, it's just decorating it at this point, but this is how I'm going to decorate it. I'm going to, okay, so I put some adhesive on one of these small, what do you call it, bases, and then stuck that to the small punched out melon mambo mushroom. I'm going to add some more adhesive to the back of that. And when the card is closed, popping up to say hi is going to be right in the middle. And this mushroom is going to get tucked behind it a little bit toward the right at an angle, kind of hanging off that rectangle there. So that mushroom is flat, and then popping up to say hi is going on with Stampin' Dimensionals. Popping up right there, see? Thank you, Tracy. You're so nice. I added Stampin' Dimensionals to the greeting, and it will just go again across the center of this front. I'm going to add a ribbon there, but we'll do the inside next. And I just literally kept it so simple on the inside. You could do more, but I kept it so simple. So I'm adding the large mushroom base to the large melon mambo topper. That one's going to go in the center section here, just at a cute little angle on the white, of course. And I'll stick another short one to the Poppy Parade punched out mushroom top. These are all flat because it would be too thick to do dimensionals inside. That one will go on the right. So that's the Poppy Parade mushroom with the small base. And last but not least, this last one that is pumpkin pie, I'm putting the base behind that mushroom. I keep wanting, there's like a whole joke in my family where one time somebody said mushrooms instead of marshmallows. Anyway, so I always want to say marshmallow now. Okay, so that's the inside. Super simple. You could do more. I did not. I am going to add some gems and ribbon. So, popping up to say hi. Boom. Now, you could keep one of these flat and make it where your greeting is instead. Like, don't emboss it. Just put a piece of white there, maybe stamp directly on it, a little mushroom. You could write a little note on either side. You could do that as well. What do I need? The ribbon. I believe I just showed it to y'all, right? Oh, it was for another card I showed it. But it's the same iridescent striped ribbon. Okay, so I'm just going to do a bunny ears bow. I made one on the first card, so I'll do this one faster. Dang, I actually thought this video was going to finish early today, and it's 11 o'clock. But, so I'm just being typical me. Typical me. will. That's fine because making up for not doing one next week. Okay, so a little bunny ears bow. Blue dot. Yay, Julie. Thank you. Oh, what are y'all saying? Love that fun fold. Thank you. Thank you. Carmen and Betty. I'm going to glue dot this. Glue. Okay, the bow is going to go bottom left of the white label. And then I just added a couple of, actually 3 of the Granny Apple Green discs. Discs. It's a hard word to say. Let's see if I have any right here. Boom. I'm going to get rid of these 2. Yay. Love that. I just added 3 of those down here on the bottom left next to the largest mushroom. Can you also hear this message I'm getting? I can get a loan up to $85,000. So don't worry. I'm okay. I can get a loan. Okay. That is the card. Actually, when I post this on the blog or whatever, it's there now. There's not a video, but there's a video that's like 15 seconds long. What in the heck, y'all? Look. 15-second long video of me just opening it and turning it just to give people a better visual of what it is in case they don't watch this video. But that is card number 3. You can get this class packet free, by the way, today through December 29th with an online order. Order anything you want. Here are the other 2 cards. You can also let us know which one's your favorite if you like. I'm going to hold it shut. Where's the open one? Let's do it. Oh, maybe we'll do it like that. Oh, this is the one that, I don't know if y'all know this, but this is what always happens to me. If a card comes apart with my original adhesive, tear and tape will never work on top of the original adhesive. For me, it literally never works. And it was only this left side that came apart. I did not repair the right side. That's why I said, no, don't use regular adhesive. At least not this in my advice because of what happened to me. But it's fine. Yeah, it never works for me if I add adhesive. Okay, those are the cards. Don't forget, blog 11 a.m. Central. Or now recipe cards for all 3 of these with measurements, the new supplies used because those won't be over here yet. Stampin' Up! Doesn't allow us access to them this way in these programs we use. But measurements, new products used. If you ever find errors in these, definitely let me know and I can correct it and then it'll be instantly fixed on the link. But otherwise, if y'all have any questions, let me know. I hope you have a really, really great holiday. GN. Oh, you could write on the back, actually. Good idea, GN. But what I said was you could leave one of these panels. The answer is, what's her name? Rosemarie didn't leave a space, and so I didn't leave space to write a note. But you could put one of these panels not embossed, maybe stamp a little mushroom in the corner somewhere so it'll match, but it would be flat for writing a note. That would be what I would do. But I like what you said, Jeanne, about just write it on the back. Put a piece of white on here, die cut, whatever size you want, or whatever color you want to, but I would do white and put your note on the back, or use one of these. You can use all 3 panels, any one you want, but I would do this one or this one. That's my suggestion. Yes, happy holidays. Thank you. All right, let me catch up on these comments real quick. Thanks, Jackie. Thanks, Julie and Betty and Tracy. Thank you. Measurements are good. Perfect, Tracy. And hopefully I didn't make any errors, but if you see any, let me know. Ro, thank you. No problem. Oh, Tracy, I missed it the first time you asked. Sorry about that. Seagull French fry card is adorable. Woo! My helper left, or I would bring her up on camera. She left the room. I think there was Julie. Brittany sleeping on the job. Exactly. Yes, Lori. These cats are crazy. Trying to see. Hopefully I didn't miss any of you guys as you came on. But anyway, let me bring this back up to the face real quick just so I can, one more time, wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're going to do and be doing next week. I hope it's great. I hope you get what you want. I hope you can have some time off and relax. And I won't be live next week. I still might be working some, but hopefully less than normal, just a little bit of a break. And yeah, hope everything's great. Y'all have a wonderful week until, I guess, 2 weeks until I see you again. Unless you're a team member, then I might see you sooner because we do all kinds of stuff over on the team. But y'all know. Merry Christmas, Lori. Thank you. And yeah, all right. Have a great day. I'm going to eat some lunch and then start typing some tutorials. Bye. I have to get over here to the button. Bye.